Hi everyone, and welcome to this course on Python programming. This video is just going to take us through how to accept the exercises in the course materials in GitHub Classroom and how to complete them and then resubmit them to GitHub and figure out whether or not they're correct via the automated testing. So when you come across an exercise in the course materials that looks like this, if we click on Accept Exercise in GitHub Classroom, then we should be greeted with this screen. Now, the first time you accept the exercise, you'll have a green button as long as you're signed into GitHub, which you should have done in the first part of the materials, and the green button will say accept this exercise. Once you've clicked accept, you get this link, which has been created for you, and this is your unique repository in GitHub. So this is just yours, and this is your GitHub username tagged onto the end of the exercise number. So this is the first exercise. This is the Hi Ada Lovelace exercise. So what we're going to go and do is clone it inside Atom, fix the source code, and then resubmit it back to GitHub. So we're going to go down and open Atom. And the first time you open it, you'll probably see a welcome page. This is not the first time I've opened it. So I just get blank screen. I'm going to go to Packages, GitHub, and I'm going to toggle this GitHub tab. And I want to clone an existing GitHub repository. So I need to go and find the name, which is here. I'll copy that, take it back to Atom, and paste it in there. It's going to create a directory for me. That's fine, I'll leave that as the default. And let's just clone down the files. So on the left-hand side, it's created a project structure for me, and I can see my source code in here, where I've got my exercise, and I can see the README. Let's open the README and let's open the exercise. So you can kind of put these screens side by side if you want to read the exercise notes at the same time. Let's just minimize that and minimize that. So we want to change the main program so that it just prints Ada Lovelace. And all we're going to do is just write a print statement in there with our brackets and our quotes, and I'm just going to say Ada Lovelace. If we now go down to the Git tab at the bottom right-hand side of the Atom screen, and we click on that, we can see that we have unstaged changes in our exercise file. So let's go ahead and stage them. Let's put a commit message, and we'll just call this attempt to complete exercise. And let's commit that to master. We can go back. Once that's done, we've no unstaged changes, no staged changes, everything's committed. We can push this back to our repository. And once it's gone to fetch, we can go back to our GitHub, refresh that page, and we should see attempt to complete exercise. So the final thing to look at is this green tick next to the latest commit. And this is where it will tell us if the tests or the checks have passed. Now, again, if you're a student at Pregen College, you will have got this through GitHub Classroom, so you will have an extra workflow here. If you're not, there are testing workflows built into each repository, so they should still check and test your code as you'd expect. If we go into details, for the GitHub Classroom workflow, we can see that there was some auto-grading tests that have run and all successfully passed. There's also the Python package tests, and if you're outside of Pregen College, these are the ones you'll see. It's tested against 5 builds of Python, and we can go in and see exactly what was run, the tests that passed, and so on. So if you get the green tick, that means that all of the exercises are submitted correctly. If it's a red cross, that means there's something wrong, and you should go into the Actions tab or click the red cross to check which tests failed. I recommend locally testing your files first. You can find out how to do that in the Getting Started pages. And other than that, that's just about it for putting together an exercise and submitting it to GitHub and checking if you passed the required tests. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. Links just underneath this video. You can get in contact with me.